Birmingham Zoo, like, study, you said the Birmingham Zoo studies these animals. What witnesses do you have that account for all the hours they spent training and, researching these people, these animals?
Well, on the Birmingham Zoo website, I did research, and they said that they studied the animals and they took their time.
But who is they? I want to know who is they.
The other zookeepers.
Do you have any names of the zookeepers that would, say for instance, if we came out to the Birmingham Zoo, would they identify that they spent those number of hours and that they did that time with them? Would you have any witnesses?
The Birmingham Zoo did not provide that information.
Any questions?
How do you know that the Birmingham Zoo is not hurting the animals?
Because
When do you see bruises on the animals?
Excuse me, I couldn't hear you.
When do you see bruises on the animals? When you walk by them, do you see any damage to the animal?
I
No,
mean,
you don't get an exact, you don't get a close-up view of them.
And you don't know what
Excuse me,
happens
Jonathan.
behind the scenes.
also, they could not put a permanent damage on them. They could probably do something, not minor, probably not major, but enough to get them in check.
But you don't know what's behind the scenes.
Exactly
Do you
what I'm
have any
saying.
proof?
You don't know.
Do you have any proof to support your answer?
We asked you a question.
Okay. That's the end of the voting. Do you think?
My name is Reagan Adams from Hyde I will be presenting my case as to why our team supporters the resolution that the United States federal government should prohibit the use of animals for entertainment purposes. Let me remind you of our justifications that prove our team's point. Justification 1. Animals used in entertainment purposes are treated inhumanely. Justification 2. Existing regulations are inadequate to protect animals. Justification 3. People use entertainment animals for their own selfish amusement. First, we'd like to refute the views of our opponents. They state that not every zoo and circuses abuse animals. We disagree because is it really worth it to take a chance on a few that are really good, that don't abuse the animals? They also state that it can be educational. Not many people actually want to go learn. They usually just go to see the poor animals in all these cramped cages for fun. And they also say that teaches responsibility. But not everyone has respect for animals. How do you explain all the cruelty in all the circuses and zoos? Now, I will take the time to explain my justifications. First, there's the fact that animals used in entertainment purposes are treated inhumanely. An Oxford University study based on 4 decades of observing animals in captivity and wild found that animals such as polar bears, lions, tigers, and cheetahs show the most evidence of stress and/or physiological dysfunction in captivity. The Ringling Brothers Circus is owned by Feld Entertainment. The company has been long criticized by animal welfare groups for its handling and use of Asian elephants. In 2000, Ringling Brothers and Feld Entertainment were sued by a group of plaintiffs, including the Performing Welfare Society, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, and the American Animal Protection Institute, and many more. The suit claimed that the Ringling Brothers violated the taking provision under the Endangered Species Act. The circus is accused of physically abusing its animals with bill hooks, chained to elephants for up to 20 hours at a time, and forcibly separating animals' mothers from their babies at an early age. You can't just sit by and let these things continue. Secondly, laws and regulations don't protect animals as much as they should. Entertainment animals are often protected by state and local anti-cruelty laws, but the Humane Society of the United States, the U.S., claims that most states exempt USDA licensed animal acts, particularly circus, from meeting anti-cruelty standards. AWA regulations are criticized by animal welfareists as being minimal standards that provide little protection, and are poorly enforced. This is simply unacceptable. Lastly, people use animals for their own self-desire without even caring about what the animals cost. An article named The Philosophy of Animal Rights was written by Dr. Tom Reagan, a professor emeritus of philosophy at North Carolina State University. And in it he wrote, the other animals humans eat, use in science, hunt, trap, and exploit in various ways, have a life of their own. This is important to them apart from their utilities to us. They are not only in the world, they are aware of it. What happens to them matters to them. Each has a life that fares better or worse than the ones whose life it is. Zoos, circuses, and marine theme parks are violating the animals' rights by capturing them and using them for our entertainment. What do you think animal gets out of this? Swimming in endless circles when they could be swimming for miles in the vast ocean? In conclusion, I do stand for the resolution that the United States federal government should ban the use of animals for entertainment. Animals are treated like they are nothing and given little or no respect. The laws that they have aren't doing what they should. Most importantly, people should use animals for self-gain, and in the process, they are not thinking about animals itself. Do you think you should reason? Do you agree with my reasoning? Vote for it. Thank you.
I would like to ask some questions.
Well, that needed to be after their first time speaking. So it's time to do the speakers.
A wonderful kind of living organisms living on this earth are animals. We can just simply train them and give them a chance to show their talent. But there are some issues going on where people are saying that you cannot use animals for entertainment. So, today, I, Sunny Bagani, from Bumpus Middle School, is here to explain the people who are against animals entertainment why it is not wrong to do so. I am going to talk about three major justifications. Animals getting paid. Discipline and training are different from abusing. Not using animals for any everyday activities will make them be ignored forever. First, I would like to talk about animals getting paid. As the affirmative team said, they're treating as inhumanity. They are actually getting paid by, well, they're getting paid by yummy treats, new types of food, or maybe new homes for them. And I know it sounds weird. You guys will be thinking, wait, but getting paid by goats like that? But we get paid by money. And I think everybody gets paid that way. According to Christian Amber, the correct definition of paid is to settle a debt of election, etc., as by transferring money or goods. Now, if you pay close attention to what it means, it's to settle your purpose by transferring money or goods. That means you can also pay somebody with goods that will what the master do by paying animals with such goods. Now, I would like to talk about discipline and training are different from abuse. Every living being needs discipline. That includes the animals as well. Like any animals from a circus that can harm us, like elephants or maybe tigers. Like those animals really need discipline. And if you hurt an animal while making him more disciplined, it might be considered an effective way to make him disciplined. Because according to Shiba Sheikh Institution, the pain will discourage an animal from repeating undesirable actions. Every time an animal does something bad, he gets an unpleasant result, that is pain, which will hopefully dampen his resolve to perform the same behavior. So even if we hit animals, as far as I'm concerned. My third justification is that if we don't use animals for everyday activity, like for instance, circus, people will no more have interest in animals and they will start ignoring them and mind their own business. They'll be like, who cares about animals? They're no fun anymore because they are not in circuses or displays. And there will be no knowledge about animals because they are banned and nobody knows about animals. Nobody can go out there and study about them. And I will explain this through a quote by Antonio France. Quote, until one has loved an animal, a part of one soul remains unawakened. Some animals, some exhibitions display animals as well. They have a small area where you can go and pet animals. That is when you feel relaxed and you can pay for that or give donations, and all that donations will go to the animals and the owner will buy them new food, new homes or new cages maybe, and it's all their benefit. And this is also why we would want to save animals for the next generation. We would want our little folks in the future to go to zoo for field trips, and we would want our next generation to have the experience we have today for having cats and dogs for pets. We really would. And zookeepers have the knowledge about all the animals. As Jordan said, if you go to a Birmingham zoo, the zookeeper will briefly tell the information about the particular animal. There are many zookeepers who are assigned for each animal's information, and if the animals are banned, there will be no more jobs like this, and nobody will have information, and our future generation will not know anything about animals. And now, after knowing all these details, but the federal government should not ban animals for entertainment, the negative side should be neglected.